Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. We're your hosts. I'm Sybil Amuti.
And I'm Brandis Danielle.
And before we jump into this week's episode of the podcast, make sure you sign up for our newsletter at
thegreatgirlfriends.com.
And don't forget to leave us an amazing iTunes review.
Yes, that is the payment for listening to this podcast.
I love it. 5 stars all the way. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm so excited. If you've been following us on Instagram, if you're following me at Sybil_Amuti, at Brandis Daniel, Daniel, or at The Great Girlfriends, you've seen the latest picture. We had a blast on the Walmart stage with Michelle Williams and with Mayor Keisha Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta, talking about Queen Code.
Yes, Sybil, I am so excited for the Great Girlfriends to hear this episode. You're in for a treat. Pull your pen and paper out and enjoy.
Please welcome to the stage the creators and voices behind the hit podcast, The Great Girlfriends, Sybil and Brandis. And let's also welcome Grammy Award-winning singer Michelle Williams and the Honorable Keisha Lance Bottoms, Mayor of Atlanta. Put your hands together, come on.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, do we have any great girlfriends in the building? Make some noise this morning. Yes. Let me see who came with their favorite friends. Anybody with your favorite? That's right. Give it up. We're so happy to be here with you this morning. My name is Sybil.
And I'm Brandis. Hey, y'all, I'm Michelle. Hey, boo. And I'm Keisha Lance Bottoms, Mayor of Atlanta.
And we are so excited. Is it okay if we do a little live podcast recording with you this morning? Can we have a little bit of queen talk this morning? I see you with your crowns on. If that's okay, we got some great girlfriends here today, and we want to talk about some of the things that make it possible for you to stand in your glory, your queendom.
Love it.
Are we ready for that?
Sounds good. I'm ready.
So we're going to do our live podcast. After we do our intro, we need every single voice in this building making some noise. Is that cool?
Yes.
All right.
Can y'all hear us?
You can hear us? Perfect.
Can y'all turn up our mics because we have to really kind of push.
That's right.
I know. So we are on the Walmart stage, and our theme for this weekend is Rain On.
Yes. Keep raining.
And Michelle and Keisha, you guys make it look so easy to rain. Can you let us know what raining on looks like to you?
Well, thank you for, as my mother says, for the rumor. So for me, so much of it has to do with my family support system. I have a great husband, and I have my mother and my sister here with me today. And my grandmother always told me that you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. So I'm blessed with a wonderful family.
I love it.
Yes. I would say faith. Knowing that things do get better. Hey, Monica, that's my cousin. Oh my gosh.
Monica,
Rockford, Illinois is in the building. So I would say faith, family, and knowing that things do get better. Persevere.
that is so good. And things do get better. And as queens, we have to recognize that they're going to be lows, but there's so many highs. And if we remember to go high, the crown always stays high, right? I love that. We want to know about the balancing act of having a public and professional private life. It's like one big bucket for the two of you, right? We're publicly visible, and you also have a private life, and the balance of doing both. Can you touch a little bit on how your great girlfriends help you keep an inside-outside presence?
Wow. I would say a lot of my great girlfriends, they're super private. I'm more of an open book, but at the same time, I've learned how to balance to kind of keep a few things to myself. And of course, I've learned within the past year, things that I made public should have probably stayed a little more private. But you learn, you live and you learn. So I would say, because so much of our life is public, that it's okay to keep something to yourself.
And for me, I'm very fortunate that I have a group of friends that I've known literally since before I knew myself. So just last week, I've had brunch with some girlfriends that I started kindergarten with. And it's nothing like somebody reminding you of who you used to be and who you still are at your core, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And those are the people who I look to remind me of what this life is all about. And I'm fortunate that I'm still connected with that core group.
Speaking of, I know I'm not supposed to be asking questions. Have your girlfriends evolved as you evolved? Because if your friends don't evolve as you evolve, they
you got a
blame
problem,
you and
right?
say,
Trouble.
Yeah.
you changed. You know.
Preach, preacher. Come on, preach.
I was gonna say there are some girlfriends who I now love from afar because everybody just can't go where you're going.
Anybody in here ever had to love from afar? Yes. So we know what that's
y'all see
about.
that sign that says Global Avenue?
Yes.
Like, hey girl, from afar.
So everybody has a girl code, right? All of y'all have a friendship code? Y'all got a code? Yes.
Code.
What's one girl code that you have? Like something that you and your friends, y'all don't break this girl code.
Okay, there's a healthy girl code I have and probably a not healthy girl code. Like, this is so immature and petty. Like, if somebody real close to me ain't checking for somebody, it's a possibility I won't check for you either. That's not right. And that's why I'm here, to do healthy boundaries. Okay, that's why I'm here. But I would say if they tell you something, don't share it with somebody at all. I don't care if you share something with me and we're all best friends. Yes. I shouldn't be calling Sybil and say, girl, Keisha told me. I shouldn't I shouldn't do that.
That's queen code, Michelle.
But y'all have to help me with the first one about just because you don't like somebody does not mean I can't like them or check for them. But I feel like loyalty, I'm trying to not have my loyalty questioned either. That's just a transparent moment.
I see the head shaking. Y'all the same way?
It's a secret truth. Because there's something in the character thread that made that person on the outs with the other person. And if you know the one that you're loyal to, you're kind of like, well, you know what? Maybe they do deserve to be out there in Texas while we're here in Louisiana, right?
Yeah. But I have been dealing with something where a situation happened, lies were told, and somebody still fools with the person who did the lying. And I'm like, I can't fool with both of y'all because I don't trust you now.
Right. That tilted the crown a bit. That's not as queenly if you do that.
Yeah, as my mother says, if a dog who brings a bone will take a bone. So I always think of that. If I have a girlfriend who's telling somebody else's business, then I know she's gonna tell mine in the same way. So that's the ultimate girl code for me. If I say don't repeat it, you better keep it to yourself.
Right. You better hear that.
So we have our number one.
We got our number one.
Number one, be the vault, right? Yeah. Be the vault, don't spread it, let it stay between two friends. And if you break that, understand you might end up in
over there on Global Avenue.
Right?
But let's just have a prayer line for pettiness. Just don't be petty.
1-800-PRAYFORTHEPETTY.com.
Yeah. Hallelujah. I'm tarrying right now. Thank you, Jesus.
Tarrying. Go before the Lord of that petty.
Pray
Keisha,
for my pettiness.
What's our number two? In our queen code, our great girlfriends want to know from the mayoral spot, what do we have?
Ooh, number two. I mean, that has to be the man thing.
Girl, that might be number one. Michelle, yours may have got knocked off.
I was gonna say, I'm approaching 25 years of marriage, and this is something.
Woo! I'm gonna give it up. Can we give it up? Hold on.
25 years
Can we
of
give
marriage.
it up for 25 years of
y'all
marriage?
act like y'all see that every day. Give it up for 25 years of marriage.
And just something that I've learned along the way, very early on, is you just don't tell all of your business because you and your boo will make up and your girlfriends will remember. And then that gets real complicated.
Girlfriends have a long memory. They do. They do. I think we can all agree on that. So keep the relationship the relationship. But when do you let them in? When do we call on the girlfriend and let them in? Because they want to know when they can start weighing in on the boo.
Well, it depends. I think you should know your girlfriends. Like, you know, if you have somebody that's really wise and grounded, then that's who I go to get some wisdom. Okay. You know, yes, we should be praying, but at the same time, we can get wise counsel. Right. And if they're married and if they've gone through some things with their spouse, then I think I can go to you for some wisdom.
So what's a quick sign that you know you're in great girlfriend company? Like you get to a spot and you're like, oh, this is where my peeps are right here.
Yes.
They got your back and they're not jealous. They're supportive. They push you.
Ooh. Yes.
I'll say ditto to that. And also when they still love you and forgive you on your worst day. Because we all have bad days. Like this morning, I don't know that I've said 3 words to my girlfriend crew this morning and it's still okay because we all have our moments. So this morning, I'm just tired. But you know, your girlfriends who don't run away from you when you're in your valley. So
because you're human. And we're all human.
That's right.
Right?
I think that's amazing. Yeah. We want to know, for those of us who are not in the spotlight, do the friendships stay the same? Meaning, are your celebrity friendships the same as your non-celebrity friendships?
Oh, that's good.
Want to understand that. How does that work?
I love my friends. I'm still cool with people I went to college with. And I think the celebrity friends I have, I love them because we can go to a bougie restaurant together, pray together. So to me, I don't consider them celebrity friends. I see them as human beings and blessings that God gave me. And that's not a corny, politically correct Hollywood answer. It's I pick my friends based off of, can we go to Walmart and get the honey buns?
Walmart has some cute clothes too, just in case y'all hadn't checked out the clothing out.
They have good summer jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Good life.
So I'm gonna poll the audience really quick. Who has a no new friends rule?
Be honest, y'all.
Be honest.
I see a hand in the back. I see a no new friend hand in the back.
No new friends rule?
She's got a no new. You got a no new friends rule? Okay.
I see someone in the church in the back. He has a no. Yeah, he said no new friends.
Yeah, no new friends, right?
That back row. I see you. We see you.
What about you guys? You still
I used
accept
to
the new
say
friends?
that, but I would say within the past year or two, I've been praying for a certain type of group of women. Yeah. And sometimes when you're evolving and getting to a new place, you want praying women. You want women that can keep your secrets and keep your heart. You want women that can help propel you and pray you into your purpose and destiny. And so God has really given me some cool new women. I mean, when you've been hurt and rejected, that's when you say, I don't want no new friends because somebody in your circle did you wrong. But pray for a good replacement.
Oh,
come on for the replacement. I'm about to, yes. Yeah. Anybody need a replacement? Michelle said it's for you in the house today, right? You can get your replacement
anything
friend.
That's been removed should be replaced with something much better.
And better, bigger and better, right? Yes, come on.
And it's so ironic you would say that because I've shared with my mother that this is such a lonely space that I'm in now, and I'd never expected it to be so lonely. But it's because sometimes you have to remove people to make room for new people. So while in my head it's been no new friends, I've learned that I have to open my heart to people. And then I look up and I'm going, how did I get some new friends? Because I thought I was closed off to that. Yeah. But it's when I've removed other people out of my life, then there's been space, I think, for friendships and relationships that I otherwise wouldn't have.
And it's okay, I think. Have y'all heard of the people are in your life for a reason,
and a season,
or a lifetime?
Yes. Right.
And it's a blessing when you can get some lifetime friends. But reason is still good, a season is still good, and lifetime person is good.
But my mother, and I'm looking right at her, I keep referencing her. She tells me that you are fortunate if you get out of this life with one good friend. Because everybody is not going to be your friend. You can have associates. And she used to tell me, you know, sometimes you got to upgrade your friends because everybody is not prepared for the space that you're in. Yeah. And I was going to say, and that's not a economic thing. That's just the quality of people that you have in your life.
So it is definitely quality over quantity when it comes to having great girlfriends, right? Do we agree with that? All right.
And we got some men in the audience too.
Our great guy
I
friends.
know you
We
want to
see ya.
know, represent, your male tribe. Yeah.
I do want to know about this because, like, we talk about those lonely times and that where you feel like you're not quite with your tribe, right? Have you ever had great girlfriends in your head where you said, you know what? I admire this person from afar, and I look forward to one day having her or a friend like her. That was Oprah for me. Oprah, if you're here, it's time for us to make this thing solid today. If you're out there, Oprah, she's been like my auntie great girlfriend in my head. And have you ever had that where you're like, that's the person I would like to be friends with?
Y'all, my dreams are vivid. Some of them come true. And I literally had a dream that I was having a slumber party with Michelle Obama.
Was I there? Was I there?
We can all
Come on,
be there. She's gonna be here tonight at 9:40, so she might find me in her hotel room.
I can see that, Michelle.
In my sleeping bag and pajamas. Hey, Michelle!
And I so admire that she has kept a close group of girlfriends. And I often wonder, are they friends that she picked up, once she got to DC, or if this is a core group that she brought with her from Chicago. But I love that she speaks about the power of girlfriends. But I think it's just such a role model for all of us to say, you can have this very busy life, you can have a mate, you can have children, and you can still make space for your girlfriends.
Oh, that's so good. Because that gets into that work-life balance, right? And figuring out, how do you keep time for your girlfriends when you've got so much going on? What's the last thing you did with your great girlfriends?
Well, for me, it was last week, going out to brunch with some girlfriends that I've had since kindergarten, but I haven't seen them probably in 8 or 9 months. So we stay with my line sisters. We're on a group text, and I have different group chats with different groups of girlfriends, but it was nothing like being in their space with their energy.
Group chat on your real phone number or your other? I'm just saying. I would say going to my friends, going to their homes and just having dinner, watching TV, and nothing too extravagant. I have yet to do like a good girlfriend's girl trip.
Cheryl, you overdue.
I know, it's time, y'all. It's time. I'm gonna put that on my vision board.
Put that on your vision board.
Because truth be told, having great friendships, that impacts your health, your wellness, your vitality. It keeps you youthful and fresh. And it makes these kind of moments possible where we can all come together in this large volume and be together with one spirit of togetherness and sisterhood, right? So we want everybody to understand it's the quality of having, even if it's just the one, because there's a recent Gallup study that says that every woman has at least 98% of women have at least one, just one. And so you want to have the quality friendships that matter to you and ones that can propel you, like you all said.
I agree.
But I'm thinking about wellness, right? Because wellness is a huge conversation right now, huge. And it needs to be because we don't take care of ourselves enough, right? How do you just unplug? And what do you do when you unplug?
Oh, I'm a homebody. So being at home charges me. I don't know if that's part of, believe it or not, the introverted part of me. Being at home recharges me, getting a massage in the comfort of my own home. And if it's fulfilling a craving, if it's an ice cream sandwich, that's part of wellness. You could be lactose intolerant, but if that makes you feel good, eat that ice cream sandwich alone.
Yes.
This is something I'm really struggling with right now because I'm taking care of a lot, including my family and a whole city. And I'm starting to feel it. I had to have knee surgery last year. I tore my meniscus, so I can't run. I've been overcompensating on the knee, so now it's bothering my lower back. And I'm going, gosh, I'll be 50 in January.
And
wait a minute, why do we all go like this?
To stop and pause and celebrate.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
But I got good genes.
Yeah.
So I'm reminding myself that I can't play with me. that I've got to put me first. And so that's what I'm recommitting to starting yesterday, that I am going to take care of me because I can't be for anybody else if I'm not doing it for myself.
And don't feel selfish or guilty for taking care of you. Right. The people that need you, they'll be there 30 minutes later after you get your pedicure. Yes. They'll be there if you decide to go in your prayer closet and take a nap. They'll be there later. Yes. But seriously, especially, Black women, we are heroes, super women of the family, the backbone of the family, and you feel like you have to be at work, taking care of the kids, being in the kitchen, being at your husband's every call. Yes, those are great things to do. Being a mayor, being a great public speaker, all of those things. But the other part of the job is taking care of you. That is your job.
We got to do better at that with our great girlfriends, though. Absolutely. Some of these outings needs to be to a spa.
Yeah.
That's maybe right. A spa over brunch.
Right.
Yeah. We got to do a better job and just making sure that we all take care of ourselves because we got a lot of work to do.
And then, we're naming things like spas, and people might say, I can't afford to go to a spa. I can't afford to get that massage in my home. Take advantage of a beautiful park, that's in your city, doing a picnic. Okay, get you a picnic basket, fry some chicken. A ham and cheese sandwich.
Come on, and that's inexpensive, and it's still quality. Like you can spend the time on that.
Vegan ham for the vegans.
For the vegans.
Sybil just took me on a date.
I took her on a date. We went to the park and sat on a bench, and I treated her like royalty.
That's good.
At that park.
That's awesome.
Because we're gonna get into this other part, which is friendship and money. And how we handle finances. And I am curious because so many great girlfriends have big dreams. Anybody got big dreams, big goals, big vision, right? But some of us are running our budgets in the ground on brunches and things that we really can't afford. And trips that we can't afford to try to keep up.
Handbags.
I was part of that handbag ministry and I've been delivered. And I'm partially set free. But I'm saying that to say, how do you navigate the money part of friendship and even the business part of friendship and the complexity that can come up there?
What do you
money part? Do you muddy money? Can friends share money? Can friends split money? Can friends go be on a budget together? Can friends do money together?
If you want to be friends later, I don't know. It depends. You know what I just thought of? What could be cool if you can? Should your good girlfriends, you guys save something and put it in a bag or pile together? That be something that you guys pull out of when you want to go to brunch, when you want to have a girls trip.
Yes.
I don't know.
A queen fund.
Oh,
I like that.
I love that.
I think you should encourage each other, but money gets really complicated. And there's nothing that splits up a relationship faster than money. I've even read that even in marriages, financial infidelity is the number one cause of people splitting. Financial infidelity. So if you think about that can create a division in a marriage, then just imagine what it can do with a girlfriend. Yes. So I would just say encourage each other, and maybe even if you're pooling money, do it with a third party so you're not the two decision makers.
Me and my girlfriends have started to talk about money more in terms of like, what are you doing with your money? Who are you using as a financial advisor? Where are you putting your money if you want to make more money? How much are you making? How much is your mortgage? Because I'm like, I live in New York City. My rent is insane. How much are you paying for your mortgage? I asked them so that I can know, like, oh, shucks, I'm paying the same amount of rent as you're paying in mortgage.
Yeah. The cost of living in Atlanta is very cheap. You all should come and check out Atlanta. I'm just saying.
It's funny because I've been in Atlanta since December, coming from LA. And I find myself on certain websites like, oh, what does this cost in Atlanta? Oh my gosh, I could get that for that in Atlanta versus LA, So I would say I know budgets and all that stuff are made. My manager is right here, and he is like the best as far as budgets and helping me think more about that, because this lifestyle is not promised forever, and you want to be able to have a good quality of life, at least maintain the life that you're living now 10, 20 years from now.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, it's very healthy to open the conversations about money and see where people's minds are in terms of where they want to be, because, you know, one friend can have a resource that can get you across the bridge, and you don't know. Sometimes your friends are struggling with things and you have the answer, but if you just open that conversation a pinch and see where it goes, it can take you places that, you know, will further your goals.
And that's why you have to have a judgment-free zone with your friends.
Come on.
So
Yes.
when they ask you questions or present issues to you, you have to feel comfortable that they aren't also judging you.
A safe space.
Girl,
Exactly.
you spent that with that. Girl, if I was you, I would have never spent that.
Right.
Girl,
And that shuts everything down. Then you never say, absolutely. Well, one thing that we've done is business and friendship. And you don't see it a lot, but we found that it's possible. And we've learned that even not only is it possible to do business and friendship, it's possible to do it and have a spiritual relationship and to share family, because we have the same spiritual values. And I think there are some foundational pieces to all of this. Yeah. Ours has been, we pray 7 a.m., midnight. Well, not midnight, she go to bed early, but you know, we have found that spiritual foundation has been one of the key things, a pillar for us. What's been a pillar for you in your friendships?
For me, it's been different things with different people. For some, it has been faith. For others, it's been longevity. And for some, it's been a connection that I've made through my kids, because we are around each other so much. So it's been different things with different people, but I do think that it's important that you have the same value set. And especially as you are achieving professional success, having the wrong people around you can be detrimental in many, many ways. It's like you tell your kids, be careful about the company you keep, because you're judged by the company you keep.
That's so true. Pastor Touré Roberts, his first book, I can't recall the name, but there's a part of his book and he talks about soulmates. And I discovered that soulmates isn't just limited to a romantic relationship. Your girlfriend, like, you can be my soulmate. I believe you guys can be soulmate or are soulmates, because especially if you pray together, if you find yourself like, Kelly and I, we talk about that all the time. She was like, we're soulmates, because I could be thinking about one of the girls and one will text me or will call, and before you know it, it's because I've been praying for you. I've just been thinking about you today. And you have those same goals spiritually. You know, your soulmate can be, you know, your best friend, not just limited to a romantic relationship. So I'm thankful for my soulmates that aren't limited to some man in my life.
And it's ironic you said that, Michelle, because as we were talking, I was thinking about the book, The 5 Love Languages.
Yes.
And many people recommend it for couples, but it's applicable to friends too. And it's how, do you speak my love language? Do you give me quality time? Do you give me words of affirmation? Or whatever your love language is. And I think that it's not just about couples, it's about what you need and what you give in a friendship.
That's good.
Absolutely. It's relationships, right?
It's relationships, and I bet you can find it on Walmart.com too.
Yes,
I'm
you
pretty
can.
sure. I'm pretty sure of that. I love that. What's the craziest thing you've ever done with a friend?
Ooh, here we go. You're pointing the ball, Brandon.
Probably something I can't say publicly.
Craziest thing done with a friend? I guess I'm not adventurous. It's where my anxiety kicks in. I'm not the adventurous friend. I'm a little boring. So what did you do that you can't talk about publicly?
It's probably, it has to be something with my line sisters and just things that you just thank God for getting you past being stupid when you're young and stupid and being places and going places that you know you shouldn't be. So
aren't we happy social media wasn't around?
Not around in the 90s.
Oh, thank God. I have some visions in my head, but my mother is sitting here, so I dare not share them.
Because you can still get it. Now, no matter how old you are and what you do.
I know.
Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for being great girlfriends. Can we give it up for Walmart?
And Walmart and all the so much for joining with us this morning.
Rain on.
Rain on. Rain on. Let's do it on the count of 3. Let's all say rain on the count of 3. Let's let the rest of the building know that the queens are in the house. Can we do it on the count of 3? Is that okay?
We got it.
Are we ready? Yes? All right. 1, 2, 3. Rain on! All right, my name is Sybil.
And I'm Brandis.
I'm Michelle.
Keisha.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your example.
We could not end this podcast without thanking our amazing husbands.
Yes, thank you, Kwaku.
And thank you so much, Rich Daniel.
And our beautiful children, thank you, Sam and Dylan.
And thank you, Miss Sky Daniel.
And thank you to all of you great girlfriends for trusting us as your go-to source for everything life, love, and laughter.
You can check us out on our social, on Instagram,
The Great Girlfriends,
on Twitter,
_great GFS,
and on Facebook.
The Great Girlfriends.
And please make sure that you join our Facebook group, which is over 16,000 women strong.
Absolutely. And make sure you listen every single Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, Podcast Bean, Podcast Republic, Google Play, and every other podcasting service.
Absolutely.
Be sure to post your questions, share with your friends, keep listening, and keep being a great girlfriend. I'm Sybil.
And I'm Brandis.
And we're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.